Obi, what didn't tell us?
If you didn't follow, yes, on wicked, no follow, corner. You tell us something.
Our supporters waiting on our talk.
Follow, yes, on wicked, no follow, corner. Honest supporters tell us something.
All right. ABC.
Renewal.
ABC.
Renewal.
Make an idea careful. Many things do for anybody. Anybody do for just liquor. Before we have already liquor. That is not all. I have played the music. What is your name?
Music.
Nobody our fault. We see. Tell me something.
Follow wiki. If you dey follow yes on wiki, no follow corner. Make you not tell me something. Those are grown-up men. In Rivers State, for example, now where the wiki they control APC. Now in they control PDP. He's also the one controlling the Labour Party. That's how powerful he is. And he's generally known as ATM. With the wiki. Those are the people in charge of your country. Those are the people who are going to make Nigeria work. So if you delude yourself, finish. Maybe you should call me. We can have a talk. This guy is telling you, he's asking you that if you give them support, they feel help you kidnap Tifnumbu. A Fulani terrorist living his own life.
‘Yan Najeriya ku ba mu haɗin kai mu kamo Bola Tinubu don Allah, tun da bai da kishin ƙasa, don uwashi.
If you support us, we can help you kidnap Tifnumbu. That's a Fulani kidnapper, a Fulani terrorist. Among those you will see regularly on the TikTok, displaying a word of cash, ransom they collected from their victims that they kidnapped. It is what Nigeria is now. But we will leave them at it, because I've got something for you from Ghana. As much as you have a lot of problems that you are facing in Nigeria, right? It shouldn't change or stop you from knowing what is going on with your neighbor, Ghana. But even though what Ghanaians are facing is, according to David Undenyi, is most like maybe 15% of what you are facing in Nigeria. But they are already out fighting it out, making it an international wahala, because their lives depends on it. Illegal mining. Illegal mining done by Galamsey. You see, there is this body, right, who has taken over the Western Ghana, where they are looking for gold. And in the process, they have destroyed the entire ecosystem, destroyed the land structure, destroyed the underwater system of Ghana, the water body, to the point that people of the Western Ghana are possibly just drinking this. This is what looks like the water they drink in that place as we speak. So they've now staged a nationwide protest to call the attention of the government to their plight. Save us, save us. Rather than them being saved, right? The government of Akufo-Addo has been clamping down on Ghanaians, arresting them, locking them up. They have a date that they set aside to demonstrate across the country to call the attention of the authority to their plight. But rather than listen to them, ladies and gentlemen, Baba, they have been clamping on them. I'll show you what it is like in Ghana, especially in the last few days. It is horrible. I have a combined video here, including those that they have locked up. Right now, the hashtag in Ghana is free the citizens. Say no to Galamsey. And this is what the Ghanaian government is overlooking, and at the same time, the terror they are unleashing on their own citizens. Akufo-Addo is currently in New York, right? In fact, I heard that he's been given some award here and there. The guy doesn't give a damn. But this is Ghana.
Galamsey na mo ye ne ka ho asem na mo ntie no mo help ne kala epu na ye brown no sumo epu na ye brown no Galamsey na mo ye ne ka na mo ntie no mo he epu no na ye brown no mo help no epu pa ni epu na ye brown no Epunaya brown, come on. A canamuntian, Galamsey na moyani a canamuntian. Epunaya brown. Your cocoa chomu be a pra, and near in the boom no. Pran and near upon the boom. Charlie. The coaching may be a pran near upon the boom no. What's that?
This is Gozo in a Hafo region.
5 I have reading God. Come on. Say, in Captain Final, say, I've been going on Limbo.
Bring the boss set them clothes, I beg you.
Glenn, so you spoke about not being able to sleep comfortably. You were kneeling down.
On Tuesday, I went to the place. I had to come from 11 a.m. to yesterday morning. Go back. First was like 27 feet.
Okay.
Wait,
But I am back.
go back.
Back where? Please don't push me. I am back. But I am back. Oh. Please don't push me. Don't touch me again next time. Don't push me. Don't touch me. You asked me to go back. I went back. Don't touch me. Please. Next time, don't touch me.
Go and spread it out. Keep fighting. We are fighting. We are fighting for good water. All of us cannot buy water. Some of us cannot buy water. We can't buy imported water. We are here. We are fighting for imported water. They cannot intimidate us. That's why we are fighting for our country. The Ghanaians side are free. You are telling innocent people. Use this energy on Galamsey menace. Not on gas.
Is it true that they provided you people with papaya?
Never. Nobody provided us food. No water, no food.
In the cell?
They are not being given access to our family, our council.
17 people in one cell.
17. Wow.
Medina, bed bags, 25 people in cells. 25 people in cells. Medina. Fight for your life. Do not let me be alone. illegal mining. Stop illegal mining in Ghana. Stop illegal mining in Ghana. President Akufo-Addo. Stop illegal mining in Ghana. Release the protesters now. Release the protesters now. Stop holding them without legal representation. Stop holding them without medical attention. Stop holding them without food and water. Ghana's president is involved in illegal mining, arresting protesters without legal representation, holding them for days without food and water. And he's here talking about environmental issues. This is the water bodies in Ghana. The president is involved in illegal mining. He's highly involved. His ministers are involved. The members of parliament are involved. And this is how the water bodies look in Ghana now. Very soon, we will be importing water in Ghana. And the president is a criminal. Now you cannot even criticize anything in Ghana because as soon as you do that,
to lie to the UN.
The police would arrest you without legal representation. This is what is happening in Ghana. You cannot speak your mind. The courts are cowed. The police service are cowed. Everybody is scared of the president. They hold you without legal representation. Nothing is happening in Ghana. The president's cousin was the finance minister.
Yes.
He's borrowed more money than anybody in the history of the country. Anytime Ghana borrows money, part of the money, he is the servicer of the loans. Goes into the family account. The president is highly involved in illegal mining. In Ghana, we call it galamsey. People are speaking against these. They've arrested them without legal representation because he's packed the courts with his party affiliates. They are holding all the protesters as we speak. Free the protesters now. Free the protesters now. Go on Google Drive. Google galamsey. You'll see that the rivers in Ghana look exactly like this. Go on Google Drive and check. Ghana's river bodies look exactly like this because they are mining gold in the water body. And the police are not doing anything. They are rather arresting citizens. They are rather arresting citizens. I beg, don't give me.
I know chop somebody they call.
Yes, we don't care that you're protesting.
Yes.
We hope that the media is advised accordingly to choose a side. You either belong to those fighting against galamsey, or you belong to those fighting for galamsey. We were at the courts yesterday, and by every indication, those fighting for galamsey appear to be winning. And so, we are convicted in our hearts and in our minds that the case will not be resolved in the courts. We will not find justice there. We are only going to find justice in the streets. And this is why we are calling on the people of Ghana to stand up. Arise like we did in 1948. We are not a people who are afraid or who can be silenced. History has shown that we are a people who would explode and fight injustice and oppression wherever we find it. And so on this day, we remind ourselves of our history and we invoke that history. The history of Sergeant Ajete, the history of Private Corporal Atipo, Lance Corporal Odate, and all of that. The history of our independence fighters, Osajefo Kwame Nkrumah, and across the continent.
It just seems like Africa is bedeviled with evil, selfish, self-centered leaders. All for what? Money and more money. Like Ghana will soon be importing water simply because some people want gold and they destroy the water body of Ghana and they won't stop since those who are supposed to stop them are benefiting from it. I heard that the Ghana gold mine and all that is owned, as this is said, I mean, it's like about 90% of Ghana gold or gold mining fields is owned by the Americans. And to clear it or clean it, they'll first take the Ghana gold to Dubai before he finds his way to Europe and America. All for that. And millions of people are going to be subjected to what? Lack of clean water in 2024. But their president is in America. He's currently in the US, United Nations, talking about climate change, and other nonsense they are promoting there. But they are destroying the same climate, destroying the land back home. Well, I'll leave and rest my rant at this point. If you do have anything to say as well, this may be your shot. This is what the Western Ghana now look like. This purpose or the reason why their water body is so destroyed. And right now, millions of people would have to kind of live through this, or better still, import water to drink in Ghana. Thank you so much for being part of this evening. We should have the line opened. So I'm going to try and see if the line works, okay? After this break. If it does, yeah, we'll take some calls. If it doesn't, we'll call it a night. So I'll take a break and I will be back in a minute or two. Thank you. Thank you and welcome back. So it seems the line is working. And then to those of you who might want to contribute to this conversation this evening or this night, yes, try the number on the screen, okay? And hopefully you can add your own voice to all that have been said so far. Jefferson is our first caller this evening. Jefferson, how are you, sir?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Mayegun. How are you doing?
We're very well, thanks. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. Very, very great.
Class, please.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course, I can hear you. Beautiful. I think the network was almost coming out, but I'm glad I'm hearing you.
It's been acting up lately, so I'm glad that we're able to kind of connect it this evening. So yeah, let's do it. Go on, please.
All right. So basically, I actually watched the show concerning the loss, both yesterday and today. First has to do with the army and their treachery and all that. And then now the second one is the Bobrisky thing. You know, what do we expect really? You know, this is what the Weibo will say is breakdown of law and order. You know, there's so much breakdown of law and order in the fact that people do whatever they want to do. You know, for Bobrisky, I think the guy needs to be extremely careful and even very dark man. In as much as they're exposing the ills, they need to protect themselves because, one thing with the Nigerian project is when you are trying to expose people and the law enforcement and the powers that be do not like it, it will be a story for another day. I wish they even did it without even broadcasting. It could have been a very good thing. They'll just send it to another number and also broadcast it again. They will never know what happened, and they will all be in awe. They say, how did this come about? So it's kind of unfortunate, actually. And as it is, the government is kind of confused. They don't have a clue what they want to do. They don't even know where to even start from. And then look at the lawmakers. Look at what they were saying. It's as usual. It's more of a kangaroo thing. A committee. So what good will actually come out from the committee when at the end of the day they will just corner files as the people and they say, how do we get this off the hook?
It's just the carpet and that's it.
And just have it swept under the carpet. So and at the end of the day, nobody really gets punishment for anything. And is the prison a good experience? I can share mine. I can remember when I was in university, they tried to say, some of us are in this group or the other.
Right.
It's not a good thing. That was far back 2002. I knew what I experienced. I know you shared your experience too, where you have to remove your shirt and with the boxers and all. The prison is in a very...
They knew we were not the culprit. They were not even going after the real criminals. Since they had us, that's enough for them.
So exactly. So man, the experience was a nightmare, and that is the state of our prisons. They claim that they are improving it, but who knows? Who knows? Meanwhile, in some other prisons, you can literally have a 3 square meal. Other prisons in other parts of the world, our own is like as if you are sent to hellfire. We are enjoying hellfire, but you are still facing that hellfire again.
Yeah, prisons around the world are called the correctional facilities. Nigerian one is like a prison, hell. So if anybody goes hellfire fresh, they didn't go to any prison, obviously.
Exactly. And the way they will treat you, the way they will punish you, and of course, and what do you expect again? Because even the armed forces, they are confused. They have a very poor. In fact, their mindset is thwarted. They don't even have a clue of what they are doing. First of all, they see everyone as criminals. They see themselves as saints. Meanwhile, they themselves are the criminals. And there has never been any proper reform, even since in since the Civil War up till now. Everything is just going the way they want. So I don't know where we are going, to be honest. It's just unfortunate we are in this.
That's where we're going. And that's why we're asking everybody
exactly.
to please join the train, join the movement, and ask for a peaceful dissolution of this place before we all get poof like that.
Exactly.
We shall see.
Exactly. People they must their dialogue. They have no option but to dialogue at this point.
We shall get there. Thank you so much for opening the floor this evening.
You're welcome.
One, sir.
You're welcome.
Cheers, man. So that's Jeff. All the way from I believe New Jersey or New York. I can't really remember right now, but yeah, from the US. Here is another caller though. Hello.
Hello, good evening, General.
Oh, good evening, sir. How are you, Baba?
I'm all right, thank you. Thank you so much for all you've been doing. I will start from that.
For being part of it.
And not only for tonight's presentation, but all you've been doing.
Thank you.
I just have one statement. Not statement, advice I want to send down to Nigeria.
A contribution, please.
Yes, please. And it has to do with even the thugs and the ones that call themselves past hero, the good ones, the fathers, the grandfathers. One thing they forgot to realize is, even though they travel abroad, they will still always eager to go back to Nigeria. And the ones that the leaders or the past people have spoiled their life, which are the thugs, I don't think they will want to leave Nigeria in a more bad state, I would say. So why I'm saying this, I think they need to have a sense and a rethink, including Tinubu or Obasanjo, all of them. Even